94 riders took to the line for the start of the 2020 Santos Women's Tour Down Under, with the recently recrowned Australian champion Amanda Spratt wearing number 1, having won the race for the previous 3 years. The red flag coming in to get the Ziptrack Stage 1 started from Harndorf to Macclesfield, 116 kilometres, with 3 intermediate sprints and 1 climb at the midway point on the stage. Amongst the early victims to a puncher was one of the riders from the New Zealand team, Jessie Hodges. It was then on to a chunga for the first of the intermediate sprints. Gracie Alvin from the Mitchelton Scott team picked up the maximum points in the race for the points classification, but importantly, a 3-second time bonus in the race for the overall classification. Leah Kirschman was also in the mix, finishing in 2nd position. It was Lotte Hentala who finished in 3rd place. As soon as they went through the intermediate sprint, the first serious attack of the day was off the front, with Marika van Witzenberg going on the march. At the Subaru Queen of the Mountain point, it was celebration time for the Dutch woman. She collected maximum points, moving into the lead of that classification and getting herself a spot on the podium. The peloton coming across the top of the Queen of the Mountains point at 30 seconds behind, and Van Witzenberg was soon reabsorbed by the peloton. The Sunweb team showing their presence towards the front. Meanwhile, Mitchelton Scott trying to keep their powder dry in the earlier part of the stage, despite having the defending champion, and many of the riders looking to them to take the responsibility of controlling the race. Didn't take too long for the next set of attacks to try and go off the front, as a group of 3 formed at the head of the peloton. Amongst them, Janelle Crooks for her new team, Tibco Valley Silicon Racing, but they were reeled back in just as they approached a chunga for the second of the intermediate sprints. As they rounded the corner with 200 metres to go, it was Leah Kirschman who collected maximum points and another 3-second time bonus in the race for the general classification. Anastasia Chersina was in 2nd position and Chloe Hosking was in 3rd place. With 46.6 kilometres remaining on the stage, a serious attack was then launched off the front. Nicole Hasselman was amongst them, number 106, but the danger rider in the break was Brodie Chapman, riding for FDJ. A former winner of the Herald Sun Tour, it was Chapman who was building up a significant advantage as they went through a chunga for the final time. She collected the maximum points in the intermediate sprint, but her once advantage of 2 minutes and 45 seconds was being reduced as the peloton was really starting to chase. Nina Kessler led the rest of the peloton across the line for the minor placings. The advantage for Chapman was now down to 1 minute and 30 seconds. With 15 kilometres remaining, the peloton was getting themselves organised and the battle for position was on as the sprinters were readying themselves for the finish in Macclesfield. And for some, the tension was too much. A fall at the back of the peloton amongst the victims, Nicole Frame from Uni SA, and for rock salt attacker, it was Justine Barrow who hit the deck. Brodie Chapman, with 3 kilometres remaining, was still defying the odds, holding on to a slender lead. No waiting at the front of the peloton as a result of the fall. Chapman was caught with just on 1 kilometre still to race through the final left-hand turns, and at the head of the peloton it was Trek Segafredo being led by Lotte Hentala. But breathing down her neck was Chloe Hosking. Hosking timed her run to perfection, and once the Commonwealth Games gold medalist opened up her sprint, she was never challenged. It was just a matter of distance. Chloe Hosking, the winner of the final stage in 2019, getting 2020 at the Santos Women's Tour Down Under, off to the perfect start. She won the stage. It was Hentala in 2nd position. 3rd place going to Matilda Reynolds of Specialised Women's Racing. All the peloton together, no gaps within the field. The big pre-race favourites, including the defending champion Amanda Spratt, still well and truly in contention.
Oh, it feels great, and I'm trading one orange jersey for another now, so no, I'm super stoked. You know, it means a lot that the teams come over here to support me, and the girls were incredible today, so yeah, I'm really pleased that I can already give them back a UCI win and a great start to the year for rally cycling.
And it'll be Chloe Hosking who wears the ochre jersey as the overall race leader for stage 2 from Murray Bridge to Birdwood.
Nice touch. Wow.